Sanity is where I store all my content, but you're telling me that there's a completely new way to interact with it. Can you tell me more about the content agent?
Turns out that rather than using stock GPT, it's really useful to have an agent sitting inside the dashboard that can see how your content is structured, because then it can actually do useful work because it knows how references flow. It knows how all of your information kind of hangs together, and that's really useful when you want it to do work. Very typically, a thing you do when you work with marketing is that you try to align one story with a different story, and
Yes,
you're like, what do people care sort of about, and how should we
I know that very
phrase the
well.
thing that exactly? So the thing that
Yes.
we can do here is like we can go. We can ask like, what's the JavaScript internet thinking of right now?
Right. So it doesn't not just know about your own context, it actually knows about the context out there in the web,
Yes.
basically. Yes.
Can do a
Awesome.
sort of web search. So it goes like, oh, I'll search for what's currently trending in the JavaScript community, and then let me get more specific content from these sources. So the big conversation in JavaScript land: framework fatigue and simplicity crisis, server first renaissance,
Mm-hmm.
React's identity crisis, React
Okay.
compiler
Opinionated,
launched,
yeah.
results are mixed. So it goes like, this is the current discussion, right? We don't use our studio only for the website. We model what the business does, as one should,
Yes.
with the structured content. So you can then
Mm-hmm.
go like, have a look at our recent releases in the API change document type. See how we could write about what we've done, and then suggest some Hacker News headlines for us.
I like this because you're still in control. You're asking it to do, you're ideating, you're not just letting it run free and create like on its own, but you're kind of anchoring it in like, the job like the ecosystem. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, so it's sort of like, so here we're like combining some knowledge that we got from an external search, just
Mm-hmm.
with some internal documents. Here it comes back with, so Hacker News had the headlines for your October releases. We deprecated our publish event in favor of granular document lifecycle hooks, overlapping comments in collaborative editing, how we solve the positioning problem. This is very nerdy and could actually work. My top three recommendations
Okay, so it's
are:
also
we deprecated,
recommending. Yep.
yeah. So it's saying like, this is the long list, and these are the ones that I think you should run with. Why? This is
I
a
think this
hard
is
technical
great as
problem.
like a marketer because I tend to have a lot of things on my plate and I there's a lot of output that I need to do, but sometimes it's important to be intentional of where I spend my time. So if I can
Yeah.
reason and I can ideate and see like what's there and why should I be spending my time on this, I think that's just really really useful.
Yeah, and I think here it looked at also like it had some recency bias in what it sort of
Mm,
looked at. So we can
that
we
happens,
can
right?
also
Yeah.
ask it to go further sort of back and see
Mm,
if it has more. Intent here is to have it feel a little bit like a person sitting next to you. If
mm.
you talk about this or that or here, it will know that it's the current document you have open. It can go off and search for stuff. It knows how your schema works, how your studio hangs together, and what all the documents are. Here we went further back in time. So here's like, our CDN now serves animated GIFs with a 256 megapixel limit. Okay, cool.
Okay. And then it can actually create a draft, right? Like it can create a draft for us if we wanted to
Yes.
do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
the
Could you
document.
just draft up that GIF suggestion? Here it's doing the draft here, which I think is
Ah,
what
okay.
you often want, actually,
That is
because you
true
want
actually, because
to,
you don't want it, you want to make changes.
yeah. So
Right.
it's I'm
Now
kind
I'm
of
kind
like,
of
this is, so you can be like, this looks fine. Then I think you need to be like, create the post. Perfect. I've created your post. Here. Did it? So we're like, it's still, yeah, here.
amazing.
CDN now serves description, slug. did the slug, and then it did the problem,
To the
and
content, and
then
then
the
you can iterate on the
constraint.
content there if you want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
before you
So I
publish.
think
So
here
this is just a
it's
draft.
yeah, yeah. But again, I think sort of like often you just really want the raw copy, and then you want to shape it your sort of self.
We want people to try this now. We want feedback. You can sign up. We have a wait list and we'll be in touch.